pre-ordered for quite some time, and it's allegedly supposed to arrive today, but you know, we don't know if that ever actually happens. So I'll see if my book arrives today. If it does, I'm probably not gonna be able to get started on it until like 11, which sucks, but you know, it's okay. So yeah, but I really hope it arrives today, just because like I want to start it. I have no idea what to expect. Actually, I do have some idea what to expect from this book. Obviously it's the sequel to The Sun and the Star, which is honestly like in my top 5 Rick Riordan books. Like, Sun and the Star was so good. I think the addition of having Mark co-writing was so good. It added such a new element. Like, I just loved it. I'm really interested to see, because like Sun and the Star was a bit they messed around with like the chronological order of it, with like how it started. Like the first page was like a flash forward sort of, you know what I mean? I really like that, and I feel like they're not gonna do the same exact thing, obviously, but something like that might be really cool. I'm excited to see if they do anything like that. What else? We know that obviously it's following Nico and Will, which like already you got me hooked, but it's Hazel's also a big part of it apparently, which I'm excited to see if there's some stuff about like her and her magic, whatever. I don't really remember like where we left off with Hazel. I think she's a praetor now of New Rome. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I should like check up on that. But there's that, and then what else? Apparently some other people from New Rome are gonna be doing it, so I don't know if they're going to New Rome. I guess we'll see, but I feel like they said Lavinia is gonna be in the book, allegedly. Maybe Frank. Like, I don't know if Frank's gonna be in this book. Like, I'm actually gonna freak out. So yeah. Yeah. But the main thing I wanted to talk about was the main thing that they've been teasing for this, at least on Read Riordan, which is like Rick's website / blog for all of his things. They've been teasing the fact that the 3 judges of the Court of the Dead are like big deal. And so I have a prediction list of who I think each judge is, because they did a whole post with like hints as to which one was which. And I literally am so like, I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much, but as you can tell, if I remember to put my predictions on the screen somewhere, some of them I'm really shooting for the stars, but like, I don't know, like I feel like judge number 1, I think I said it was like Tantalus or Quintus or something, just because like it's hinted that like judge number 2 seems like maybe it's just like a monster that we've seen in the past book, but judge number 1, it said specifically that this is someone who you've seen at camp before, as like someone running the camp or like giving demigods trouble or something. I forget how they phrased it. So that made me think like Tantalus, which would make sense with like Sea of Monsters happening right now. So yeah, there's that. And then Judge 3 was the one that I was really gagged by, because it said that Judge 3, that he was younger than the other judges, and that it was like, but you don't worry about him, don't even try to guess, like you won't have to worry. So I don't know if they were trying to be like reverse psychology and it be like actually someone who's important, which is why I guess Jason or Luke, which is like crazy guesses. I don't know. Or if it's really like someone just like out, like that no one would ever think of. I don't know, but I'm excited to see. I hope they're like a big deal, because that would be really exciting. But like, I swear to God, if Jason or Luke are in, like, I don't think that's gonna happen, because I don't even know how that would happen. But like, in my wildest dreams, that would be what it would be. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to read it. I'm also going home this weekend, and I think, just based on like how busy I am, I think I might not be able to finish the book until I get home, which is honestly like kind of great. Like, I would love to be at home, like in my room when I finish the book, with, you know, my copy of The Sun and the Star with me, you know. I'd love that. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited. I really hope it arrives today. One can only hope. Yeah, it's here. It's like 1:30? It's 1:12. It's feeling book size. It's like Christmas. I'm so excited. Wait, this is really... I want to see if there's anything. Oh, it's Little Minotaur. That's cute. Okay, it's 11:30 and I haven't actually started the book yet. It's sitting right there, but I'm preoccupied with watching Wicked. So here we go. I'm starting. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go. I feel like every time I read like a Solangela thing, I always forget how much I love Will. Because, like, obviously I love Nico. Like, Nico is my favorite character in any of these books. I love Will. Like, I don't play about Will. I mean, Nico. I don't play about Nico. But Will is, like, such a breath of fresh air. He's so just, like, happy and, like, does his thing. It's so funny. I'm obsessed. I'm literally 7 pages in, but I'm already so just like, all of these characters are so sweet, and I'm like highlighting everything already. But there's this one thing that, you know, since Sea of Monsters is happening soon, apparently, quote, Nico had started a non-violent resistance movement. Oh wait, I guess I should explain this. At Camp Half-Blood, they're like not supposed to sit at each other's tables. Like, they're supposed to sit at their cabin's table. But last summer, Nico had started a non-violent resistance movement, i.e. he wanted to sit with Will, and it caught on without much pushback, which I think is so funny, because there's a scene, I'm pretty sure it's in the Sea of Monsters, like 99% sure, in the Sea of Monsters, when Annabeth comes and sits at the Poseidon table when they're like planning out their plan for the Sea of Monsters with like the coordinates and to get the golden fleece and all that. And Annabeth sits at the Poseidon table and Percy freaks out. Like, internally he's like, oh my gosh, she's sitting at my table. She's sitting right next to me. It's like this whole thing. And it's very cute. But that just reminded me of that. Okay, so I'm giving an update. It's Friday now. I'm about to go home for the weekend, but I've read like 30 pages of The Court of the Dead. School is, believe it or not, making me busy, so I haven't had a lot of time. But from what I've read so far, I'm so excited. They're like about to leave for New Rome. Actually, no, they just arrived in New Rome at the port I'm at. So that's crazy. Also, I thought it was crazy because there's a part where, like, when they arrived in New Rome, they were talking about how, like, somewhere just, like, right over there at New Rome University, Percy and Annabeth are probably attending classes. And I'm like, I'm attending classes. Like, it's so weird that they're, like, the same age as me and, like, doing the exact same thing as me. That's crazy. I cannot believe what is happening. I'm on page 40. I'm home, by the way. It's 2 a.m. and the Minotaur is speaking. And he has a name, Asterion, apparently. This is the most insane thing Rick has ever done. This is so wild. This current moment is really reminding me of during COVID, I would sit in my living room and binge read Trials of Apollo and Magnus Chase until very late at night on this very couch right here. So this is very familiar to me, and I'm back. I'm so happy. Just a little update for the sake of the vlog. It's now Saturday, the week after I was home, and I'm pretty sure that's the last time I picked up the book. It's just been crazy with school and stuff. It's just a wild time, and I really want to read tonight, so I'm planning a little trip to a different neighborhood in Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna hopefully find a little place to chill and read. We'll see. But yeah, I need to lock in, so yeah.
There's all these coaches out there.
So cool. Hello. So it is January. It's 2026 now. I started this book in September and I'm this far. I only have a little bit left. I have a little over 100 pages left, I think. Yeah, I have 120 pages left maybe. I'm getting through it. But I haven't updated in a bit, so I wanted to come on and let you know what I'm thinking. So, spooky noises. Let me think. I don't even remember where I am. Whatever. And I don't remember where I last updated, but I just want to say I think I might have last updated when I got to the part where Hazel was taken to her trial. And in my opinion, that is where the book really starts and really picks up. But that is legit 250 pages into this book. I think this book is insanely long. Most of it is mostly because the beginning part of this book, the stuff that happens at Camp Jupiter, to me was not the most captivating, especially because it was mainly focused on them trying to get people on board with the mythics and all of that stuff. And I felt that plot line was very reminiscent of the Tyson plot line from Sea of Monsters. And I just felt we had already done that, and it makes sense because that's Camp Half-Blood, so now they're doing it at Camp Jupiter just a few years later. So it's not they're repeating the exact same lesson at the same place, but I was just bored. I didn't really care about the camp trying to get on board with all the mythics. So I think that's why it took me so long to read the beginning of this book. Just because I was what is going on? And then, yeah, once I got to the trials part, I remember it was literally page 250. I noted, I was okay, now I'm hooked. Now I have a reason to want to keep reading this book. So yeah, that's my one complaint so far, is I feel the exposition of this book is just a lot. And it's actually it's very interesting to me because I sort of felt that same way about Son of Neptune, which is the same sort of thing of going to Camp Jupiter and exploring Camp Jupiter, that thing. where I'm like, maybe Camp Jupiter is just kind of boring. I feel like the characters at Camp Jupiter are just like generally meaner. I don't know. It's so bizarre. But yeah, but then like Son of Neptune, I felt like was very much carried by like Percy's humor. And the gag of like us knowing Percy's past but him not knowing his past. Whereas this was just, and it's not that I don't enjoy Nico's narration, because I very much do. It just wasn't like super engaging in the beginning. Also, I feel like Will and Nico are like having such a mature view of everything that I'm like so thrown off by. Like, they're like 15 years old and they're fully like therapists in this whole thing, which is why I feel like at the part I'm at, they, you know, Hazel gets sent to her trial and she presumably gets killed, but we learn very quickly after that she's not actually dead. But I loved that, like, once Hazel died, I was like, oh, this is so good, because it gave like Nico a bit more of like angst, back to his roots, that sort of thing. We saw them trying to figure it out and everything. I really liked that bit. And also there's some that scared me so bad. There's Hazel POVs, which I really like, and I really like everything that's going on in their little like prison thing. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I also need to update and let you know, because I think I forgot to say this last night, I love all of Naomi Solis. Love her. And it makes so much sense, like, knowing who Will is. It makes so much sense knowing that's who he was raised by. Also, Nico burning his jacket as an offering, that was emotionally impactful for me. That jacket is like ingrained in my memory as like the symbol of Nico. For him to like give that up, like, it was done so well. And the way he knew it was big, because it was like with him through everything. Yes, love it. Okay, so I finished The Court of the Dead. I just realized I don't even have the dust jacket here. It's at school, so I'll bring that back at some point another time, but for right now I just have this. But yeah, I really liked the ending. I loved, basically, I don't know where I was in the book when I last updated. I think I had like 100 pages left, but I loved everything that happened at the end with the mist breaking. That was so cool, and such a fun way to expand upon this thing that we've like known exists since the beginning of the books, but like haven't fully explained. I also love, since Hazel is such a big part of this book, having a little bit of like the mist bending sort of thing that she does in like House of Hades. Love that. Awesome. So yeah, I feel like the second half of this book is great. I feel like the first half was just a little slow and sort of repetitive from stuff we've already done. And it was also a little bit preachy. Like, the thing is though, these are books for children, so they're teaching them good lessons. So I gotta respect it, but like from my perspective, it was like too much. It was too much like therapy talk. I don't know if that makes sense, but love to see all of these characters like getting through their emotional troubles. Love it. I loved Naomi Solis. I love seeing Will and his mom together. I loved the ending with Semele being Dionysus's mom. That was so fun. And also it ending with like those 3 younger campers who were at Camp Half-Blood, seeing them like get more acclimated to being there, and then like Nico and Will being their counselors. Like, I just think it's so full circle to see like Nico being the leader to younger kids, because like when he's introduced in the Titans Curse, he's like a little baby. So cute. There's one other thing I wanted to say. Oh, Savannah. I loved what they did with Savannah's character. She's like one of the Camp Jupiter demigods, and she has this really cool arc with like both of her parents were killed by an Impusai, and she becomes like, throughout the book, she begins to like accept Ariel, who is an Impusai, like accepts her as a friend, and by the end of the book they're like best friends. And then like her and Nico have this really beautiful discussion, and it's like she's like a little mini Nico. It's so cute. So I loved Savannah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing is I'm out of room on my Rick Riordan shelf. Like, these are all my books, and then like because I have the first series, and then I only have one of the King Chronicles books, and then all of my Heroes of Olympus, which, to be fair, I do have 2 House of Hades, but like there's literally no chance I'm getting rid of one. Then I have the 2 senior year adventures. I have Tower of Nero over here, I guess because I'm kind of going for like a timeline order here, and these come before Tower of Nero. But then up here, this is the like first 39 Clues book. I don't even think I can get it out, but this is a book that Rick wrote that's not PJO related, but like it is one of his books that I have. And then up there, as you can see, is where I'm keeping the Sun and the Star, because there's no room down here. But now I'm like, I could move the Sun and the Star and keep it somewhere with Court of the Dead, but I simply like, I already have this happening here. I'm like, maybe I could move some of these. So yeah, if Rick keeps writing books, I'm gonna have to make another shelf for him, because I'm almost out of room everywhere. So yeah, but I enjoyed this book. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 just because I didn't love the beginning, but you can never go wrong with Rick. And Mark. Love Mark too. So yeah, that's all.